Hey there guys, and welcome back. It's great to have you guys join me as always as we dive into some more Harry Potter content here on the channel. So we've got a really exciting video here planned, guys. We're going to be taking a look at the construction of platform 9 3/4. This is really exciting. One of the most pinnacle aspects of the early storytelling of the Harry Potter mythology. You know, that exciting adventure where they go to platform 9 3/4 and they start making their journey towards Hogwarts. I mean, I cannot wait to see what this is going to look like in this upcoming series. So, without further ado, let's jump in, read a bit of this article, we'll take a look at some of the pictures, and then towards the end of the video, we also have a drone flying over the construction as well, so make sure you stick around for that, guys, because you don't want to miss it. So, this comes to us from comicbookmovie.com. Harry Potter construction on platform 9 3/4 begins in latest set photos, from HBO's upcoming reboot. I had video on the mind as I was talking about that drone footage. So, let's go down here. I'm not going to read the entire article, I'm just going to read the beginning bit here because the rest of it is not really relevant to what we're talking about. So, HBO's Harry Potter TV series is putting together an impressive cast. Obviously, we've had a lot of casting announcements. Guys, I'll post down in the description of this video links to other videos that I've made about the casting announcements and all that good stuff, so check out those videos if you're interested. So, we have a very early look at platform 9 3/4, the magical corner of London's King Cross station where Harry Potter and his fellow wizards and witches depart for Hogwarts. The Hogwarts Express will also likely be built there eventually, and that will likely be where it remains for the scenes featuring the show's young leads setting off on another year of adventures. So, there's a massive amount of construction taking place, and one can't help to wonder whether this will be another tourist attraction for Warner Brothers somewhere down the line. The Harry Potter studio tour is right around the corner and is home to many of the sets and costumes featured in the movie franchise. Yeah, I mean, after they finish with the sets, it absolutely makes sense that they would then, you know, use parts of the sets, they would send them off to museums, to theme parks, other places like that, and use them for other tourist attractions. I mean, waste not, want not. If it's there and it's been built, why not use it? So, with that down, let's go over and start taking a look at these images. So, the first post here that we're going to take a look at comes to us from Unbox PhD. By the way, Unbox PhD does a lot of these leaks from different movie sets. Whoever this person is, they do a fantastic job. How they get all these set leaks, I have no idea, but they do a really incredible job. So, welcome to Platform 9 3/4, Harry Potter HBO. So, let's check out this image here. So, we can see clearly here that Platform 9 3/4 is coming together very nicely. At the moment, unfortunately, it's just a kind of a shell of itself. We don't really have a lot of detail. We don't have any of the intricate lookings or markings, if you like, of the wizarding world. There's no platform signs. There's no anything else really to look at. But it's just that tangibilization. It's that kind of that realization of the set being built, and it's just kind of seeing it come together before our eyes. It's quite magical, pun intended. So let's have a look here. So we've got construction guys to the left of the track here. They're putting up some boards. Then we've got the kind of the mesh ceiling with the kind of the steel girders going over the track. We've got some cranes. And then in the very background, it looks like they've got this studio lot in the background where they're going to be filming scenes inside the studio. But what a cool job for a construction person. I mean, working on building platform 9 3/4. That's a really cool job. I'm sure they would have had to sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, to say that they're not going to spoil anything, to not take pictures themselves. But how this leaker got this image and where they got it from, there must be someone inside the studio or a construction person who's leaking out these images. So they better be careful that they don't lose their jobs from doing this. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not much else to say. We've got these boards being put up. We've got just the kind of the shell of the platform, the roof, and the walls. We can clearly see the train track coming through to the left here of the station. So I think when we get more kind of intricate details, I'll make sure I'll update you guys. But at the moment, just really cool to start seeing it come together like this. Okay, I think that's the only image on that post. Yep. Okay, so let's go over to the next post. So, onto this one from Unbox PhD once again. Platform 9 3/4 being built for studio by HBO's Harry Potter. Okay, so we have that same kind of image, but from a different angle this time, where it's kind of looking up towards the ceiling. Again, we can see the track here to the right. So it's taken from the other end of the station. We can see a construction guy here to the left. It looks like he's looking at some sort of blueprints on this desk here. The plans for building the railway station, if you like. We got more construction guys here putting up planks, and it looks like we've got some more planks on this girder thing here in the middle. But seeing the train track, really, really awesome. Let's go on to the next image. Okay, so this one is really, really interesting. So we've got a plank of wood here, and it says platform 9 3/4, and then it says cafe and waiting. I'm assuming it says waiting room. Obviously a waiting room within a train station would make sense. So it looks like they're also constructing the cafe and the waiting room here as well. So as the weeks go on, or the days go on, I should say, we may get more and more detailed images as the construction begins to come together and the finer details are put into place. But it's pretty cool still seeing those labels of the things that they're constructing there. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, and another shot of the platform 9 3/4 again, but this time kind of a bit of a higher level looking down towards the track. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing really else that we can say as there's no finer details to kind of break down. We've got a crane in the middle here. We see the scaffolding around the edge. The train track is just really, really cool. But when we get our first shot of the Hogwarts Express, that's going to be really, really fun to dive into. But at the moment, it's just a lot of construction girders and nothing else to say, but still really, really magical to see it coming together, and I thought you guys would find it very, very interesting. Okay, so let's move on to the next post. Okay, so this one here from Unbox PhD once again. Could this be Diagon Alley? Okay, so we have something entirely different in this image here. Could this be Diagon Alley? Wow, I mean, that's really impossible to say at this point. I mean, it's a lot of construction beams. We have what looks to be potentially a shop front or some sort of building being constructed. It could be a shop front here with the shop windows at the bottom and then kind of the living quarters at the top. But it's got that old kind of vintage, almost Victorian kind of look with the big triangles. That's the kind of feel that it gives me anyway, the kind of vibes from what I can see. But this very much could be Diagon Alley. They could be right with what they're saying here. Someone put a comment here saying, yep, Diagon Alley. Looks like Privet Drive to me. Hogsmeade? Yeah, I mean, it could be any one of those things. I don't think it's Privet Drive. I've already dived into the construction of Privet Drive. By the way, look into the description. I'll put the breakdown in the leak of Privet Drive, the video that I did in the description, so check that out if you're interested. So I don't think this is Privet Drive, because we've already seen that. It could be Diagon Alley, that's most likely the cause. Hogsmeade as well, that could potentially be Hogsmeade, but I very much doubt it. I'm leaning towards Diagon Alley. But other than that, we've got a load of construction, we've got that shop front, we've got the big green crane, we've got some piles of dirt. There's not really much else that we can dive into here, guys. So I guess I kind of throw it off to you. Put your theories, your speculation, your comments, your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys, and let me know what you think. Give your best guess as to what this could be. And then in days to come, if we get more details here, when the construction's a bit further along, we'll see if we are in fact right with what our guess was of it being Diagon Alley or potentially something else. So with that down, we're going to be moving on to our final piece of media here. We're going to be taking a look at some drone footage flying over the construction of platform 9 3/4. Okay, so moving on to this drone footage here, as you can see just from this still image at the beginning, this looks really, really cool. This is, it looks like it's before those images that we looked at near the beginning of the video. There's not as much construction in place, so this drone footage must have been before those images. As you can see, there's even more of a kind of shell of the station. But let's check out this drone footage. Let's start playing it here. Okay, so we see the drone kind of flying over, rotating its camera, zooming out there. And we get a great look. Let me just go back for a second there, where it sort of tilts upwards. That is a fantastic look. I mean, look at this construction site. This is so cool. So we have what appears to be down in the bottom left-hand corner. They're constructing something here. Again, it's impossible to tell at this point what it could be. It could be anything. Hogsmeade, Diagon Alley, we really, really don't know. We've got these white buildings around here as well, which I'm pretty sure they're probably constructing things inside of these. We've got the studio lots, obviously, up to the top, where they're going to be filming indoor scenes up there. We've got platform 9 3/4 here to the right, which we looked at in those images. And then something very, very interesting in the top right-hand corner. We've got these shipping containers built in this kind of rectangle or square looking shape. They usually do that on film sets when they're filming inside and they don't want people to see what's going on. So they put these shipping containers. So that tells me at some point they're going to be building a set inside of these shipping containers here. So we'll have to keep our eyes out and see if anything does appear inside these shipping containers if we get any more leaks. There could be something quite cool inside there. and that's the reason they're building the shipping containers to hide it. So we'll have to keep our eyes and check back in a few days and see if anything materializes. Let's keep playing. Train track will run through, it says. Okay. So we got the train station in the bottom right hand corner here. Then we've got this dirt path. Is the train track going to kind of go through up into the studio here? I'm not really sure if the train track is going to run up here to the studio. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. Okay, so we get some different shots here. Let's just pause it there again. And then the drone kind of flies to the other end, kind of turns around, and now we've got the opposite view. So again, we've got these construction girders up here where they're building potentially another part of the set. Like I said, Diagon Alley, Hogsmeade, something like that. And then we've got the train station down here to the left. It's really hard to kind of to make any comments because there's no kind of finer detail on what's going on here. But still, this is super, super cool. And I've just noticed there's a whole lot of stuff going on up here in the top. What is this up here? What is that? And then we've got these big blue screens as well up here. We've got a lot of construction going on up in the top left-hand corner. But this up here, I don't know what this is, but it looks very, very interesting. Is this still part of the Harry Potter set, or is this something completely different up here? Let's try and zoom in, but I can't make out much detail. But guys, if you can see anything here that you think that this might be, is it Diagon Alley? Again, I really don't know. It could be something entirely different. It could be a completely different movie. I'm really not sure. But it's very, very interesting to see this kind of set up here as well. But guys, that's kind of where we are when it comes to the construction of what's going on with the HBO Harry Potter series. If there's anything here that I may have missed that stands out to you that you want to make a comment, a thought, a theory, opinion on, jump down into the comment section and do let me know. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. The hype and anticipation building for this show is just going to get crazier and crazier as we go into next year, and I cannot wait to see it, and I cannot wait to check back when more leaks and more finer details emerge on this construction site. So guys, thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave, consider becoming a subscriber, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with more Harry Potter news that we have going on the channel and into the near future. I would much appreciate that, and with that down, I will see you in the next video.